Now, now there is another difficulty while doing that, because the Metal Foundry has different microphone settings and a different microphone count compared to the EasyX. For example, the Metal Foundry, I'm gonna open up my spare plugin here. If we take a look at the mixer, then you probably realize, for example, the kick drum has two microphones on it. The kick drum in, kick drum out. The snare has even more. It has a dynamic microphone on the top, a condenser mic on the top, a dynamic microphone on the bottom of the snare, and a condenser mic on the bottom of the snare. So there are four microphones on the snare drum in Metal Foundry and Superior Drummer, and in all SDX expansions. That is like Superior Drummer itself, Metal Foundry, Metal Machinery, and all the other, like, I don't know what AZX are there. Can't remember. I just used the Metal expansions. That's sufficient for me. Okay, so on the other side, if you go to the Metal EZX, the mixer shows not as many microphones. So let's switch again. You got 3 kick drum microphones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a snare trash, 5 snare drum microphones that you can mix, hi-hat, rectum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, overheads, overhead drummer. This is a mono microphone. Ambient mics close, ambient mics far, mono ambience close, mono far, a chamber microphone. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 microphones. So Toontrack went ahead and recorded.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted.
El Paulo 64. Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate the support. Thanks for joining the revolution, man. So Toontrack recorded the drum kits with 21 microphones. That's quite a bunch, you know. 21 microphones. That means they got 21 preamps, high quality preamps. They gotta have a freaking huge console for that, a freaking huge audio interface. You can't think about how much money is involved in creating this plugin. It's huge. And compared to the Metal Foundry, we got the EasyX expansions. And look at this. Look at this mixer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's it. So that's a main difference between an SDX expansion or Superior Drummer and an EasyX expansion or Easy Drummer 2.0, for example. You don't have the versatility of choosing which top snare or do I want to have more body of the snare. You can like raise the volume of the bottom microphone a little bit to give the snare a little bit more body, or you can lower the top microphone to get rid of some overtones and such stuff. You are not able to do that in the EasyX expansions because they only provide one single snare bus. Maybe they recorded this through 4 microphones. That is entirely possible, but it's all pre-mixed and they provide only one single channel for your snare, and you have to deal with that. All right. Now, if we have a merged drum kit like we do now, like this, So as stated before, toms and cymbals come from the Metal Foundry pack, which provides 21 or 22 microphones, and the snare and kick sounds come from an expansion, from an EZX expansion that only provides 12 microphones. Now this doesn't fit together, right? So what do we gonna do? And this is where microphone assignment comes into play. If you're using X drums, you have the microphone assignment button right here. The toms are usually assigned correctly. So if you are in the Metal Foundry package here, that we are, and you have an X drum here within your plugin, your microphones are all the same. So if you start off like, let's reset that. So here are all possible microphones from the Metal Foundry SDX. And here are all possible microphones that you can assign. It fits because we're using Metal Foundry tones in a Metal Foundry drum kit. You can auto assign it. Everything fits. But look how that looks like if I go to the microphone assignment of an EZX. It looks like this. So this is a little bit odd. Let's reset that. This is exactly the problem that we have. The Metal Foundry SDX provides 21 microphones, and our EZX expansion provides only 12. And in this screen, you can assign the microphones to the microphones of another package. It's a little bit complicated to get used to it. Hey, the Gorm. Thanks for joining, man. So what we're gonna do, or what you could do is, you could say, okay, my kick drum 1 in the Metal EZX expansion should go through the microphone in my SDX, but it's not possible. Why is that? Why can I not drop my kick drum on a microphone of the Metal Foundry here? Because this kick drum is recorded with 1 microphone and the SDX kick drum is recorded with 3. So what you're usually gonna do is you're gonna create new microphone channels for all your microphones of the EZX expansion. And I'm gonna show you what that looks like in the mixer. So you create new microphones within the plugin. That is one badass feature. Okay. So, every part of our kit that comes from the Metal EZX is assigned to the X microphones, X3. They are called X3, X3 kick 1, X3 kick 2, X3 snare. And every part of the kit that comes from the Metal Foundry package is assigned to the Metal Foundry microphones. So it's a layout where you can mix the different libraries on their different channels. I'm mixing the snare and the kick from the Metal EZX bundle, totally separate from the Metal Foundry package. It sounds a little bit weird, but it makes sense because there are different microphones involved. And if I take a look at my mixer now, I got all my microphones from here to here for Metal Foundry. And here, from here to here, that are all my microphones from the EZX bundle. How awesome is that? So this is the entire Metal drum kit. And this, the rest, is my Metal Foundry drum kit. With the exception that I don't use the kick and snare microphones of the Metal Foundry. And I don't use the rag toms and the floor toms, for example, from the EasyX expansion. This is crazy stuff, you know? This is where most people struggle a little bit, you know? Drum kit from hell. I got it too. I use it. I use it on my... This is my drum kit. And these 3 splashes are from Drum Kit from Hell, as you can see here. Drum Kit from Hell, yeah. Okay. So, complicated stuff. You got your inputs, you got your buses, and you got your outputs. So,